oh, yes, it's a strong democracy. Oh, we are still doing we still, you know, the one that favors us, like that, the one that favors us, you know,
and we get to pay for these things so dearly.
So the point is that since we know we are paying for these things, and we have these people that we elected into office from every constituency representing us at the level of the National Assembly. They call them members of the House of Representatives. How come we are not hearing some of them voice out this clamor? Is it that Nigerians are not noisy enough? Or they cannot hear us?
No, we are not active enough. We start from how many of us know our councillors? How many of us know where our constituency offices are located? Because they think more like goes like, oh, okay, this is what I feel. My representative at the State House of Assembly, my representative at the National House of Assembly, like, I want to see you. By the time 5-6 of us go, we want to see. This is the problem we have. And he knows that, oh, these people are coming back again. That this is what the issue is. This is what they're trying to put. But it's like most of us, once we have a roof over our head, we've got maybe a meal a day, and we can move from one point to the other. We just cool like that. You can come make the noise, this and that.
Especially on social media.
Go for your neighborhood, your party primaries, and you count your people in your kind of social status. How many will you find there? If you find them there, maybe they came for their father-in-law or their dad, or maybe their sibling or something. People who just come out on their own want to even see how, at party level, I want to see how this thing is done. I want to be politically active. As long as they're not at that level, they're still.
Unfortunately, the system will run, and there's no how I will say this without going back to the Constitution. The system will run, the Constitution and all that will not allow what you're saying. You know why? At the state level, the member of House of Assembly are attached to the governor. For instance, you going to vote. Now, the orientation you have when you're voting for Mr. Governor, they tell you the party. Now, you go vote for Party A. Now, Party A, Governor, Party B, House of Assembly, Party B, Governor, Party A, House of Assembly, Party A, you were a member of the same thing at the federal level. The reps are also, and the Senate are also attached to the president. Now, these people, they hardly come to campaign. You don't know that, because the party, who campaigns, you see, the president, the governor, they are the ones, and the chairman, even the chairman of local government, because the governor, they have done abracadabra and all that, and they know they have their choice, you know. Now, so at that level, the people that are supposed to be representing you, you don't know them. You didn't vote for them, because what you have voted, who you voted for was the party of Mr. Governor, of Mr. President, and automatically you have
to.
Thank you. And what some of us have said is this: separate this. Let this man, let Mr. House of Rep come and campaign, and let me vote for whoever I choose to vote for on Mr. House of Rep, and not attach it to Mr. President or the House of Assembly to Mr. Governor. If we still continue that way, we will be having this crop of peoples. Why? Because it's the political party that will still present all this, and they will do consensus, and the Baba will say, oh, this is the candidate that is going for one thing. They are not representing you. They are representing their godfathers. They are representing the people that put them there, the party that put them there. That is why you will not hear any voice. That is why they will go there, and whoever that wants to sponsor any, that's why you don't hear them sponsor, reasonable bills. Why?
Because I was just
a decision of the party.
That our lawmakers, you
can't hear anything because they're not representing you.
And I'm just wondering.
That is why you will see somebody who go and put one tank and say he's giving the community water. That's his own project. That's his own community project.
What you've said now, people are waking up.
But do you know people are still judging the politicians by this type of projects that they did in their constituencies. The work of a lawmaker is actually to go to the House of Assembly and, sponsor bills.
Not
that
only
would
that,
change the life of his people.
and not only that, because that is why there's room in the for them to say, okay, I have a constituency, I'm representing the constituency. Now, before then, they used to give them money. So they will allocate in their budget. They will allocate some money, let's say ₦1 to your. But now, what they do, they now tell you, bring the project you want to do for your. If project is ₦2, then they then allocate ₦2 for that project. Then you then bring vendors that will execute those projects. But we know how we know how they do
because
it.
The member is still involved. Let's talk about this 2023 elections. It's coming whether we like it or not, and it's close. Parties are beginning to get up for sale of forms in the APC. PDP is selling already, and the primaries will take place very soon. But Inec is crying out to say the spate of insecurity in the country is rising sporadically. What do we do? 1,149 Nigerians have been killed. Inec has suffered about 42 attacks, electoral violence here in the last couple of years. And the commission has lost over 9,000 card readers. They're planning a risk assessment as we speak. They said there is no result for violence-mad polls. Inec has threatened. And we're talking about the governorship elections of Ekiti and Osun that is coming.
Elections will take place. There was a particular politician at the House of Assembly. During the last election, things were bad. Things were equally bad like this, going towards the election, and he was challenged that, how come you are here? There was no election in your state because there was so much of insecurity. And he said there was election in my state because there was election at the IDP camp. Yes. 7. So it's more like there will be elections. It is Inec. They've come out talking. That's not the first time. During the last election too, we felt in some parts of the country it won't happen. It would happen. Election will come and go. Worst case scenario, they would vote extra money and everybody moves on. All the INEC offices that were burned in somewhere in the southeast and all that, they are carried out. All these things will be, if politicians want to do, they will do.
Fortunately, sorry, I still have to go back to the constitution. That's the reason why we're saying this constitution we need to tear it and shred it and burn it. Sorry if I have to go that route. Why? What I see play out in this part of the world is selection, not election. And I'm going to go this route. How many people were registered voters at the last general election? Now, probably we had out of over 200 million of the people. Let's even give or take. Let's say children are 60. So, meaning people that cannot vote. So, let's say we have 120, 130, and I think from what I heard, about maybe 68 or 70 plus, whatever, registered. Now, all the total votes, all, not just one party, were not 30 million.
Nationwide.
Nationwide. That's, I said, all total votes were not 30 million. And the constitution allow that to say, okay, yes, we have an election. And he has saying that, okay, he's looking at the two-thirds from 36 states. He's looking at a particular number, the one that had highest votes in this and all that, and he put everything together. Now we now have someone out of the 30, maybe the one that is now the president got less than 15 million votes. Over 121, whatever. And we say we had election and we have a president. My proposition to the new constitution should be, if you do not get so number
Of
votes.
Of votes out of the total.
Out of the total. Then we cannot say we've had election. Meaning we have to go back. But you see, and now that may sound ambiguous. May sound, how will it happen? Yes, there will be, because one, your people must trust in your election.
Yeah.
Our people don't trust in our elections. That's why you see our people sit at home and they say they know, ooh, I beg, I can't kill myself. I remember the last general election. I was an observer. I was out there, and I can tell you what I saw. The young people were not there to vote. The young people that I saw were agents. The people that came out to vote were older people. So now, and that is the people that have chosen a president for us. And now, like you said, the AD camp, ID camp, and the rest of them, now we saw what they said happened in some part of the country, some underage, and you call it election. So, like you, I will go back to what you said earlier to say that there will still be an election. Whatever the grammar with security here, security there. There are places at the general election. There are places in some state that election didn't take place because of those security, whatever. Yeah. Did he say we didn't have election? We had election. And we got some numbers. And so this will continue until we fix that, and we can't do that without a new constitution.
We have people who are in office as we speak who did not even attract up to 15% of the voters in their
okay, fantastic, a good one. Senator Abiru.
Yes.
Okay.
In Lagos.
You want to break my table?
I'm not breaking table, sorry, but we have to say it. How many votes did he get? When thank you. When Oshinowo died, and he came up, how many people?
I remember that day I was working and streets were empty.
Not even 9%.
They were there waiting till evening. People just didn't come out to vote en masse.
Not 9%. And that is representing a constituency of how many people?
Representing everybody.
Everybody.
So and when you don't participate, you actually... your consent is as good as
and you have told us that even not 9%, but you have said there was an election.
Wasn't there an election?
There was. There was an election.
Doesn't the Constitution permit such
election? That's why I said the Constitution has said there is an election. So I'm going by what we have in the Constitution. There was an election.
And he won.
Yeah, and he won.
So it still goes back to we need to be active. We need to wake up. We need to be active.
So when you assume that you are not, I'm not voting because I don't like the candidate. You have given your consent.
If we go, look, you know why it can't work until we fix what I'm talking about. People have lost it. They don't trust your system. You can't get. Look, if I don't trust you, even when you are talking to me, I'll just be saying, you're very correct. You're right. Within me, I know I can't trust you.
Which means if this constitution is actually amended before the 2023 general elections, you and I know that it cannot take effect until after that election. So it's as good as
you know, when I talk, I am not talking based on immediate action. I believe in miracles. I'm not a miracle working God. I believe in miracles. But I am not saying this kind of a thing. I need a result today. Or I need a result. That's why I've been telling the younger ones that all of you claiming president. You can't just fly. You want to become president. Relax. But you need to put a system, a movement in place. Over time.
Over time, that would...
So I'm not saying this has to happen before. Before the next general election next year. If we can achieve it, why can't we just put a motion in place? If you're a visionary, you should. We know we saw what happened in Dubai. We saw what happened in different places. They had their dreams and okay, in 10 years, this is where we are going. In 20 years, this is where we are going. But if we have a vision 2020, vision whatever, we don't even see any vision 101.
We don't have any vision here. We don't.
What about the medium-term expenditure framework that you people have been planning? The Nigeria people have vision.
So what was the plan? So where are we now?
President Muhammadu Buhari had plans.
Where is vision 2020?
Okay, before his own plan.
This is 2022.
Yes. Baba Yabo. Our daddy had vision. After our daddy's vision, we had other visions. And after that vision, we had much more visions.
I think there was vision 2010.
Yes.
2020.
2020 was quite popular because way back then.
Yeah.
And
we're in 2022 and we didn't see Jack.
Let's go to this very big topic that has been trending on the pages of social media and across Nigeria today.
The next general election in Nigeria became the focal point as discussants say the urgent need to improve, if not totally change, the leadership recruitment process that produces the country's leaders. They believe the theme of the lecture, leadership recruitment, the missing anchor in our national development, is apt and timely.
So far, we have been repeating the same mistakes. We have been committing